Hey everybody! How you doing today? Okay, so a few weeks ago I put this out as a potential topic, and a couple of you guys wanted to hear this topic. So today we're going to talk about the difference between a Facebook timeline, a Facebook page, and a Facebook group, and in relationship to business building. So yeah, that's what we're going to talk about. So I'm going to give you some tips. If you're watching the replay, type in replay down below. I don't like the camera. It's like there. That's better. Okay. So let's just jump right in and get started. My name is Liz Pevytoe. If we've never met before, hi. Nice to meet you. Okay, so let's do it. Okay. So the question is, I'm going to be talking to people who are just getting started, okay? So you're not really good at Facebook yet. Maybe you're just starting a business and you want to use Facebook to help grow your business. So I'm talking to me about 4 years ago, okay? So the person that's going to benefit the most from this video is the person, if you have less than 1,000 friends on your Facebook timeline, personal timeline, or you have less than 1,000 likes on your business page, okay? So if you have way more than that, you probably don't need to watch this video. You could probably teach me a few things. But for those of you who, like I said, who are just starting to grow your following and starting to use Facebook for business, this will be beneficial to you, okay? So first of all, let's talk about the differences between each of those things that I mentioned, okay? So your personal timeline is just that. It's your personal timeline. That's where you add friends, and you can also have people follow you on your personal timeline. So Facebook does not want you to use your personal timeline for just for business. However, I'm going to give you some tips on how you can share on your personal timeline ethically without selling on your personal timeline, but that's going to come in just a minute, okay? So my personal opinion is that I think it's wise for you to use your personal timeline until you have 5,000 friends. The cutoff for your personal timeline with Facebook is 5,000 friends. You can have unlimited followers, but for actual friends, you can only have up to 5,000. So I think I'm at right now about 3,500 personal friends, and I think I'm at 999 followers. So I'm really close to 1,000 followers. That's really exciting. Okay, so that's a personal timeline, and I'm going to give you some personal timeline tips in a minute, because again, that is my recommendation, is to use your timeline. So with a Facebook page, now I'm talking about a business page, Facebook business page. They're called pages. You can create a business page. The way that they work best right now is if you run ads, because Facebook wants to earn compensation from a Facebook page. So again, my recommendation is to use your personal timeline, because it's 100% free, and you can grow your following, and you can get people to share your videos, share your content for free. Whereas on a Facebook page, it's very difficult to get a lot of people to see posts on Facebook pages without paying for ads. Now, am I saying don't have a Facebook page? No, I'm not saying that, because I absolutely do have several Facebook pages. I just put most of my time, energy, and effort into my personal timeline. And yes, I do occasionally post on my page. So take that with a grain of salt. We're not going to go into detail on pages, because again, I'm going to focus today on helping you with your personal timeline, okay? And then the third thing is groups, okay? So here's my brutally honest opinion about Facebook groups, is that I believe that people are getting sick of Facebook groups, because it's like you're constantly being invited to this jewelry group or this makeup group or whatever, okay? So I have seen, like 3 years ago, groups were the thing. Like, that's what you needed to do, is have a group, get people in the group, and they felt like it was a part of a community. It was a really great way to build community and rapport with people. But in the last year, 18 months, I've seen it more and more difficult to get people to even accept an invitation to go into a group. So I personally use groups now for customer support. Like, after someone has already enrolled with my business and they've become a customer, I have like a customer group that I add them to so I can support them, encourage them, do giveaways, that kind of thing. So you really have to be adding major value in a Facebook group for someone to want to join it. A Facebook sales group just to sell your product, I'm just not seeing that work as much anymore. It used to, and guys, let me just say, there are people making Facebook groups work. It just hasn't been my jam, okay? So let's go back to your Facebook timeline, and I'm going to give you some tips on using your personal Facebook timeline to grow your business. So you maybe need to come back and watch this, but I actually want you to take notes, guys, because these are good nuggets. These are things that, like, if you don't check off the boxes for most of these things, and you just do, like, if you skip to just my tips on posting and you don't do the other tips, you're not going to have as good of success as if you do it all. Okay, I'm just saying. So get a piece of paper out or watch this again later and take some notes. Okay, so timeline tips. Number one, timeline tip for your personal Facebook timeline is to have a photo of your own face as your profile picture. Not a photo of you kissing your husband, not a photo of your dog, not a photo of it. It needs to be your face. People need to know who you are, and they need to know that you're a real person. Okay, so a photo of you, number one. Photo of you. Number two is your Facebook. If you are using your personal Facebook timeline to help you grow your business, everything needs to be set to public. Okay, everything. Your posts need to be set to public, your pictures need to be set to public. You can create a friends list on Facebook. I'm not going to go into the details. You can go to YouTube and look that up if you want to. If you have personal things that you want to post that you don't want everybody to see, you just create a friends list and post that to just those friends, okay? So there are ways that you can keep certain information on Facebook private. I understand that, especially if you have little kids. I get that. I understand that. However, in the long run, you need for the purpose of growing your business, you need to have it set to public. Why? Because people need to be able to find you. They need to be able to look your name up on Facebook and find you quickly. Number two, people need to be able to stalk you and see what you're about. That's what we do. It's what we do, okay? We go on there, we stalk them, we go through their especially if you send a friend request to somebody, they're going to want to, like, scroll through your timeline and make sure you're not a creeper. It's just how it works, okay? And then also you want people to be able to share your content. If you have it set to private, they cannot share your content. And if it can't be shared, then you're shutting your business down, okay? Okay, so that's second tip. Third tip is to post every single... I know, Sasha, we do. We stalk people. That's how we work. I mean, it's human nature. We want to make sure people aren't creepy because there are creepy people out there. Okay, so number three is post every single day. Yes, I'm telling you to post every single day. If you take a Sabbath, you don't have to post on your Sabbath. I'm not saying you every single day, but at least 6 days a week, you need to post, okay? And here's the question you need to ask yourself when you're posting. Remember, this has now become your business, modern day business card. Your Facebook timeline has become your modern day business card or portfolio, okay? So every single post that you post needs to add value, okay? And ask yourself these three questions. Does my post solve a problem? Does my post educate people about something? Or does my post entertain people, okay? And I'm gonna go back to number one. It needs to solve a problem, not present a problem, okay? So don't go on your Facebook timeline and rant all the time. I do rant occasionally. I had a rant last night about something, and sometimes you just have to. You have to for public good. But it was an education / rant post. I'm going to justify it just a little bit. So occasionally, I'm going to get out there and I'm going to call some people out on stuff. I'm going to challenge people's beliefs. I'm going to challenge people's ideals. Okay, so and that's okay. Every once in a while to do something like that, as long as your motive is to help people. Okay, so keep that in mind. So don't be ranting, don't be whining. You are going to attract the kind of people. Remember, if you're looking to grow your business, you want to attract the customers and the partners to you that are going to help benefit your business. So you want to be positive whenever you are posting, okay? Next tip. I don't even know what number this is. I think it's number 4. Tip number 4. I didn't number them. Tip number 4, let's just say it's 4, just for funsies, is go live, like I'm doing right now. Okay, I have lots of tips on going live. Scroll back through my timeline. I give you tons and tons and tons of tips. Number 1 tip, just freaking go live and quit making it about yourself. Don't look at yourself. Cover the camera if you need to. Like, seriously, cover the camera or cover where you can see yourself. I did that for a while. Just pretend that you're talking to, like, your friend, There's nobody here in my office. I'm just talking to somebody. Somebody might be listening. So anyway, quit making it about yourself. Go live. People need to see your face. They need to hear your voice. They need to know that you're real. They need to get your vibe. They need to decide if they want to partner with you. They need to decide if they know, like, and trust you. And how are they going to do that if you don't even have, number 1, you don't have a picture of yourself on your timeline, and you never go live. So I'm not saying you have to go to live every day, but if you're building a business and using Facebook timeline as to build your business, a minimum of once every 2 weeks, you should be going live about something. And get this, if you're too scared to show your face, go live and show something else. Have the screen the other way around, or show your face for 3 seconds and then turn the screen. Work yourself up to it. It takes time, but go live, okay? The next tip is to be adding new friends to your Facebook timeline every single day. 5 to 10 friends is a good goal to have. Otherwise, you are talking to the same people all the time. So it's really good to find like-minded friends, and you find these people through groups that you're interested in. And I'm talking about business groups. I'm talking about people that are like you. That's who you want to be friends. So, like, I'm in groups for Firewives. I'm in Jeep groups because I drive a Jeep Wrangler. I'm in homeschool moms groups. I'm also in groups for Christian women in business. I'm in ministry type groups. I'm in all kinds of different groups I'm in cooking groups because I have all kinds of different interests. Those are the kind of people that we speak the same language, so it makes sense that I would friend request them, because they're like people that I would want to be friends with in real life. So you don't just randomly start, friend requesting people you don't know. But I'm going to jump back because I forgot to talk about this. When you post every single day, this is a very important step that sometimes I slack on a little bit, but it's so important. It helps you to build relationships with people, is to reply to every single comment that people make on your posts, especially on your live posts. And there's 2 reasons why you want to do that. The number 1 reason is just the right thing to do. If somebody was having a conversation with you at a party and you just walked away, that would be rude, right? So kind of think of it like that with your Facebook timeline. If somebody makes a comment on your post, you need to reply to it just to acknowledge, basically thanking them for making a comment. So, it could just be an emoji, a smiley face emoji, if it's not something appropriate to make a comment about, but absolutely reply to them. Don't just like their post, reply to it. And that can take some time. And where I learned this tip from is Gary Vee. If you haven't heard of Gary Vee, he's pretty awesome. He's got a really dirty potty mouth, but I love him. And he personally replies to every comment on his social media. And he has like 1 million followers. So that's a really cool thing. So like I said, number 1 is to help, build that relationship with people. But number 2, which is equally as important, is when you have lots of conversations going on in your posts, Facebook bumps your post up in the algorithm. So that means more of your friends, more people are going to see your post when there's conversations going on within your post. When you make a post, even if it's awesome, and there's no comments, it's not going to get fed into the, people's timeline. What is it called? Their feed. It's not going to get put into their feed as much if there's not conversations going on. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and stop there. I could keep going, but I think those are some really good tips to help you get going, especially if you, like I said, have less than 1,000 friends and or followers on your Facebook timeline. These are some ways to really get you jump started and get you going, because I can almost guarantee you, like if you have 200 followers on your Facebook timeline and your Facebook timeline is set to private and you don't have a photo of yourself, I mean, those are just basic things that will disable your business growth using your timeline. So make sure, like I said, go back through, make sure you're doing all of those things. Don't just, like I said, don't just post daily adding value if you're not going to, set it to public, and you're not going to have a picture of yourself, okay? And you're not adding new friends, and you're not replying to the comments. You have to, this, like I said, this is to help you grow your business. This is part of your job now. This is part of your daily method of operations every day is doing these things, because, like I said, it's part of your job. I mean, you're your own boss, so, make yourself a list if you need to, but, anyway, I don't know where I was going with that. All right, I love you guys. I hope this was helpful. Please share it. Please follow me if you haven't followed me. If you're on YouTube, make sure you subscribe to my channel. All right, bye-bye.